In this video, I am going to show you the nutritional basics that will help you understand what your body needs and why. We can roughly divide our food into three main categories: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. These three together are called macronutrients. Macro means large, so large nutrients. These macronutrients should be eaten in large amounts. Every of these three macronutrients can be found in the food we eat, and each of them fulfills specific functions in our body. The first one is protein. Protein is present in animal-based foods like fish, meat, eggs, and cheese, as well as plant-based foods like legumes and nuts, seeds, and grains. 1 gram of protein contains 4 kilocalories, but providing energy is not its primary function. Protein is important for growth and repair. It builds, maintains, and replaces the tissues in our body. Our muscles, organs, and immune system are made up mostly of protein. Even your blood is partly made up of protein and carries nutrients and oxygen throughout your body. Hormones, neurotransmitters, kind of brain hormone, antibodies and enzymes are also made up of protein. Protein is made up of building blocks called amino acids. We can divide these into two groups: essential and non-essential amino acids. There are 9 essential amino acids that cannot be produced by the body and have to be taken from food. It is essential to consume them because we cannot make them ourselves. The other non-essential amino acids our body can make itself. Let's focus on the 9 essential amino acids we essentially need to get from food. Animal protein contains all 9 amino acids in the right balance. Plant-based foods, except for soy and hemp, do not, so vegetarians and vegans need to monitor their protein intake to make sure they receive all 9 every day. By combining different protein-rich foods, you get the necessary amino acids. So, for example, combining pulses with grains. Pulses like chickpeas and lentils are rich in lysine and poor in methionine, while grains are rich in methionine and poor in lysine. In this way, they complement each other. The second is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, or carbs, is mostly present in plant-based foods like grains and vegetables, fruits, seeds, nuts, and we all know it from cookies, donuts, and other sweets. 1 gram of carbs contains 4 kilocalories, so the same as with protein. As for protein, providing energy was not its primary task. For carbs it is. Your body breaks down carbs into simple sugars, which is the major source of energy for your body. Carbs can be divided into 2 groups: simple and complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates contain longer chains of sugar molecules than simple carbs. The body converts these different sugar molecules into glucose, which it uses for energy. As complex carbs have longer chains, they take longer to break down and provide more lasting energy than simple carbs. Simple carbs are broken down faster and give shorter energy boosts. However, this does not mean that all complex carbs are healthier. Simple carbs are present in many healthy foods as well, such as fruit. And complex carbs, on the other hand, are also found in processed foods, such as white rice or white bread. Therefore, it is important to look at the whole food, rather than just the type of carbohydrate. Carbs are also a main source of fiber in the diet. Fiber is mostly indigestible material in plant-based foods that arrives in the large intestine undigested. Fiber attracts water and creates bulk, which helps to move the food pulp through the digestive tract. Fiber is also food for our intestinal flora and makes you feel full for longer. Eating enough fiber, above 25 grams a day, provides great health benefits and protects against all sorts of health issues. As a rule of thumb, the more processed the food is, the less fiber it contains. The more processed the food is, the less fiber it contains. So brown rice contains more fiber than white rice, and the whole fruit more than just the fruit juice. The third is fats. Fats has had a bad reputation, but don't be afraid for fats. They are as essential as carbs and protein. We all need them. Fats are present in animal-based foods like fish, meat, butter, and dairy, as well as in plant-based foods like nuts, seeds, grains. 1 gram of fat contains 9 kilocalories. So out of the 3 macronutrients we have discussed so far, this one gives the most energy and keeps you full for longest. What do fats do in our body? So, stored fat can be used as energy source to transport fat-soluble vitamins, to protect your organs, and fats are needed to build membranes and neurotransmitters and hormones. Fats are made up of building blocks called fatty acids, which can be divided into 2 groups. Again, saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids have very stable bonds and are solid at room temperature, like coconut oil, palm oil, butter, ghee, animal fat. These are best for baking at higher temperatures. Unsaturated fats are unsolid, so fluid at room temperature, and have less stable bonds. Examples are corn oil, avocado, soy oil, sunflower oil. These are all best for cold use, but why not use them for baking? That is because these oils can become rancid more easily because of their double bonds. Rancidity of oils and fats can cause a cloudy look or a funny smell. You don't want to eat that. To recap, saturated fat is solid, has a single stable bond, and is therefore best for baking at higher temperatures. Unsaturated fat is unsolid, has more unstable bonds, double bonds, and therefore is best to use cold for cold use. Let's dive deeper in these unsaturated fats, because we still don't know which ones to use. Unsaturated fats can be broken down into 2 groups again. Monounsaturated fats with 1 double bond, and polyunsaturated fats with 2 or more double bonds. The latter can be further broken down in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. These fatty acids are part of cell membranes and function as building blocks for hormones and hormone-like substances that play an important role in the immune system. So what is the difference between these two? Omega-3 inhibits inflammation. High levels of omega-3 can be found in fish and other seafood, especially in cold water fatty fish like herring, sardines, salmon, mackerel, and tuna, but also in algae and seaweed, and in nuts and seeds like chia seeds, walnuts, and flax seeds. Omega-3 fatty acids are part of cell membranes. The more omega-3 in the cell membranes, the more flexible the cells are. Because of this, omega-3 fatty acids are able to make the vascular wall of the cell more flexible, thus lowering blood pressure. These flexible cells are also able to absorb nutrients and remove waste products better. Omega-6, on the other hand, makes cell membranes less flexible and promotes inflammation. Omega-6 can be found in most refined yellow vegetable oils like sunflower, canola, soy, corn oil, and all products that are made with this, like cookies, margarine, instant meals, salad dressings, and crisps. Basically in almost all processed foods that contain fats. Frying is also done in omega-6 vegetable oils. So you can imagine how much omega-6 we consume altogether. When you compare it with omega-3, we consume 10 to 30 times more omega-6 than omega-3. But is that bad? Well, our body needs 2 to 3 times more omega-6 than omega-3. A ratio from 1 stands to 2 or 3. Omega-6 promotes inflammation, whereas omega-3 inhibits inflammation. And we need it both in the right balance. Omega-6 are the pyromaniacs that start the fire, and omega-3 are the firefighters. Both have to be in balance, because you can imagine that one firefighter is no match for 20 pyromaniacs. So now you know what the 3 macronutrients are, where to find them, and what protein, fats, and carbohydrates do in your body, and why you need them. Enjoy the rest of your day.